Yes, welcome to Stream Blues. Now then, if you haven't guessed already, today's not really a blues stream. I'm going to, of course, speak about City, but today's we're not really the main focus. We're going to talk on City because there is some news around us, but today the main focus is other teams, other transfers all around the window because there are big deals going on right now, especially in the Premier League, and I do really want to touch on them because there's some big transfers. Big ups to everyone who's tuning in. We've got 5 people in here right now, so big ups to you all. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. Every like is huge for the channel. But yeah, I'm kind of excited because I know roughly players are moving about. Hello, dude. Big ups to you. How you doing? Hazan? Yeah, I know roughly certain players go to certain places, like big players especially, but I don't really know the ins and outs and the in betweens. But yes, big ups to you, Hazan. Let's switch over to Twitter and find Fabrizio. So here we go. Again, big ups to you, Hazan. Now then, let's might as well start the pinned comment. This came out yesterday. Understand how presented a project to Darwin and plan to Darwin in recent days. Talks will follow with the player and club to understand the financial details of the deal. Simone wants it. No, Inzaghi wants him as a priority target. Liverpool said it's alright for talks to go on, but no bid just yet. Before everything, Grealish staying is good, I think, can be another midfielder. I would prefer for him to go because I would like the money to try and bring in a different signing. I think the fact that we've had no outgoings yet is just kind of wild. But for me, this was the right time to remove Grealish, but it doesn't really seem to be going that way, does it? So Grealish is going to be, by the looks of it, potentially next season. Incomings are dead. Incomings are dead, yeah, but Pepper said that he wants a shorter squad with or without the incomings, and the only way to do that, we have to shorten the squad. We have a squad of 30 right now, and I'm not really super against that as long as players are happy. But Pep wants it more 25, 24. He wants it more in that region. Do you think we can still go for a right back? I think we can. I just don't think we will. I think we're pretty set that Livramento is our guy. Our other targets seem to be unavailable now. So, it's really Livramento or nothing. I think we've made it clear as a club to Newcastle what we want for Livramento, and they've made it clear to us that they do not want to sell, especially not for our price. So we're at kind of a stalemate with that. The best thing we can hope for right now is Livramento doesn't sign a contract extension and that he kind of pushes for the move for either this summer or next, or even Jan maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Livramento, he's probably out of reach now, which is a shame. Because I do think we could have gotten him if we were a bit more active and we were trying it out a bit more. But oh well, here we are. It is what it is. It is what it is. Kim and Jay to Al Nassr potentially. Nothing massive going on. But it does seem like it could happen. Man, he had that really good season in Napoli, got this move, and I just don't really know how he's been since then. More on Nunes. Fenerbahce. Luke de Jong as new striker for Porto. Joel Hato has joined Chelsea officially now. There it is. There's that the World Champions badge. Not sure what I think about it, but I'm not going to start dissing it because that probably would have been outgoings for me. For me, if I was in charge, I would get rid of Jack Grealish. I don't think we need him, and I think he's a potential 30 to 40 million waiting to happen. McAtee, again, I think he's a 25, 30 million pound player. That is there, and it's all profit, which is just good. John Stones or Ake, one or the other. I'm probably leaning more John Stones because I feel he is a bit more untrustworthy when it comes to injuries. So I'm definitely thinking John Stones. I know it's a bit harsh as he's got 1 year left, and at the end of this year it would have been 10 years for John Stones. But look, for me, we gotta not. I get it, who doesn't love John Stones, but we can't be too sentimental. We have to be willing to make big moves in the market, to outgoings and incomings, in order to help ourselves. And I think how we do that is by selling John Stones. And I think we could have kept Vital Hayes in the squad, to be honest, if we were just willing to use him. But he's not going to get enough full minutes, so he's getting loaned out. Midfield, I would have sold. You see, I don't mind Gundo. I would have sold at least one of the Yanks. Okay, Gundo, Kova, or Bernardo. Get rid of one of them. What's happening with Gundo? Well, there was a couple of weeks ago where it's looking like he could be on the way to Galatasaray, but now we just don't know where he is off to, Hazan. It's really gone quiet over there, that deal. Personally, I think there is somewhat of a spot for Gundo. It just depends on what his position is in terms of his minutes and what he wants. Because if Gundo's got to know that there's no way he's a first team option guaranteed on the first team sheet every week anymore. He's not like treble season Gundo anymore. Bernardo's our captain, so whether we like it or not, he is staying. And Kova, I like as well. But I think one of those midfielders has got to go, to be honest. We've got a really big midfield right now. What was the last game you attended at the Etihad? Wolves at the Etihad, 2021, December. Raheem Sterling penalty won us the game. It's been so long since I've been to the Etihad, and I really want to go again. I do really want to do a match day vlog this season, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to just yet, but I really do want to, believe me. I want to get a match day vlog in, because I just think that'd be so fun. Let's go down here. Hato. Tyreek George could be on the way out for Chelsea as Simons looks to join. Fermin Lopez is staying at Barca. Good luck to James Maddison, by the way. I hope it's not awful. I hate it when players pick up big injuries. Am I from Manchester? No, but my dad is. That's how I'm basically connected with City. He was born literally, I think he lived across the road from Main Road, went to all the games there, and grew up a City fan, and then he pulled me into, I guess, not into Main Road, but into the world of Man City. Yeah, but I really hope James Maddison's injury is not that bad, because I just hate it when players get injured in pre-season. I'm not a Tottenham fan or anything like that, but I just don't really like it, to be honest. Son says goodbye to Tottenham for the very last time, set to leave the club after 10 years. Amarim speaking about Garnacho on the way out. Chelsea are looking to sign him. There have been links in the past, but it is looking more and more likely as time goes by that Garnacho could become a Chelsea player now, especially this summer, as he is very much looking to leave Man United but stay in the Premier League. Didn't think COVID injury was that bad. Yeah, he needed surgery, and so he's got it before the Club World Cup, but he was always going to miss about 3 months, so he's probably going to be back around September, I think. So good. I hope COVID recovery is going good. Lookman's still looking to find a way out of Atalanta. Blinking heck. Inter are the club that he appears to want, and the club that appears to want him as well. Amorim speaking about Man United, wants to be there for 20 years, and that could be a long 20 years, man. Tim, where this saga is coming to an end, this has been going on for a while now. Obligation to buy of around 14 mil. Chelsea still focused on trying to get Garnacho in. Arsenal made initial contacts to show interest in French 19-year-old centre-back Jeremy Jacquet. I'm going to guess that's how you say it. My bad if it's not. Signed a new deal until 2029, on the list in case of exits this month or eventually for 2026. No talks between now and Nasser and Bruno. A big signings here from PSG. By the way, when are we gonna unveil our most beautiful third kit ever? I like the sarcasm. I believe it's sarcasm anyway. Probably August, or probably this month or next. Probably like late this month or early next month is what I'm thinking. I think it's like the 28th maybe. But Chevalier looking likely to join PSG. He was obviously a target we've spoken about a lot. A lot of City fans did like the look of him. I like the look of him. I'm not upset that we didn't get him as we got Trafford, but yeah, he looked good, and PSG seems to be getting him now. So that just goes to show. But also signing Zabani from Bournemouth, which is an interesting move. Bournemouth were always going to get poached this summer, it looked like, and that's exactly what's happened. Kirkaz going to Liverpool, Hulson going to Madrid. I know there's been more. Now this guy's going to PSG. All of them getting big moves, to be fair. Rivalry aside, Liverpool home is a masterpiece. I'm going to guess you mean Liverpool home ground. Anfield's not an awful ground. It's definitely worse. Yeah, it's not a bad ground. It's definitely, it keeps that like feel of like the old feel to it, but I'll never say that I actively like it or love it though. I just can't bring myself to. Stubbornness. Hello, Twin. Home kit, bro. Oh, home kit. Oh yeah, Liverpool's home kit is a beauty. I can't deny that, and I will actively say that. I thought the leaks looked good anyway, but it looks even better. Looking at it now, it is genuinely so good. DZ3K, welcome to the stream. Hello, Twin. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Chelsea again, still pursuing these two. I wonder how much it's going to cost for them both. Simons is easily going to cost you at least 60, and Garnacho probably similar, to be honest, probably 50 at least. Sesko, where's he going to go, man? Like, if I was him, I would go to Newcastle. Lol, Anfield, ew. Stop shouting Hazan. I've got no problem with you shouting Hazan. Yeah, I would never say that I actively like Hazan. And Hazan, blinking heck. Got no problem with you, Hazan. I would never say that I actively like Anfield. Never. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad ground, but I'll never say that I like it. Grounds I'll always say I dislike are the Emirates and Old Trafford. Can't stand them. Yeah, I don't like Liverpool, but I hate Arsenal and I hate Man United. I can't stand them. I don't know which one I don't like more, to be honest. I really don't know. Onwards though. Diaz looking likely to sign a new deal at Madrid. Crazy, this guy used to be with us. I always forget that, man. 7 years ago this guy left. Kirill future remaining open. Up to the player there. Again, more on Sesko. Surely he makes his decision in the next day or two. I would go to Newcastle. It's Champions League football. It's a... To be fair, their window has been awful, Newcastle. Like, they've brought in, like, none of the targets they wanted. Apart from Alanga. Oh, Blinkenek. I'm just seeing there. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It doesn't seem to have had a great time at Besiktas. Can't say I'm unhappy about it. For me, Stamford and Anfield don't like him. Below Old Trafford and the Emirates. Oh. My burning passion in terms of disliking United and disliking Arsenal is through the roof. It's a fire in there. My hatred for Liverpool and Chelsea isn't much better, to be fair. I can never forgive Chelsea for nicking out. Well, nicking. To be fair, they won it fair and square, but I'll never forgive them for that Champions League final. And as for Liverpool, the thing is with Liverpool, I'll never like them. Yeah, I'll never like them. But I've always loved the rivalry. I won't lie. I've always loved our rivalry because I think that, like, rivalry, 18-19 rivalry, that was such a good rivalry. I just absolutely loved it. And 21-22 was so good as well. You know, I feel like a title race between City and Liverpool is a better title race than City and Arsenal. For me. Again, though, that's not to say I like Liverpool, not in the slightest. Blinkenek, Garnacho to Besiktas. Breuer going to Burnley, that's going through, probably using a part of that Trafford money. Isaac to Liverpool. Do we think that's going to go through? Clubs wise, man, Liverpool, I hate it with passion, but Chelsea after that final, I can't forgive them. For me, it goes. Oh, it's weird. I can't stand Arsenal fans, which helps with that hatred. We're there. Blinking out, sneeze. For me, it goes United, then Arsenal. I think Liverpool and Chelsea are tied. I think I have to tie them. I might have to put Chelsea slightly below Liverpool just because of that Champions League. Because at least with Liverpool, in no offence to them, they've not actively taken like a trophy out of our grasp. You know, we've always beaten them to the Premier League title. when it's been a title race between us two. We've always beaten them there. They've never beaten us in a final, as of late anyway. Maybe in history, but as of late. Champions League quarterfinal a good few years ago now is the one area you could look at and be damn Liverpool. But they've never taken a prem out of our clutches despite coming close. I haven't really. They've not caused me active genuine pain. But, they've never signed a player offers that I really like. But with Chelsea, they took Champions League away from our grasp. They injured KDB in that final, which was awful. They signed Raheem Sterling, and look, I know Raheem Sterling is obviously at part for that, but I liked Raheem Sterling and I didn't want him to leave. But then he went. I definitely didn't want him to join Chelsea. And that's just the main stuff. Spurs, well, I don't hate them like the other clubs, but we have some major pains against them. Yeah, Tottenham are a bogey team, bro. But they are definitely out. The big six, they're the team that I don't hate as much as the others because their pain just doesn't quite scale up to the rest of the pain from the other clubs. But yeah, don't like him either. Yeah, but do we think Liverpool are going to get Isak there? Newcastle seem really set. And again, it does depend on whether Newcastle can get Sesko in or not. Ipswich signing Kajust again. Ramsdale, bro. Man. Ramsdale to Newcastle. How does he do it, man? How does he do it? This guy's getting Champions League football. No way he's above Nick Pope. You don't think they need him? There is that debate, to be fair. There is that part of it, because they have got Ekitike, who is a striker. Son to LAFC. Looks like that's happening. 7-year deal at Chelsea. Sorry, just cleaning my glasses. They are not the best. That was awful. Oh dear. Son, more on that. McGee on loan. Joao Felix to Al Nasser. Yeah, a bit more on the PSG move. Again, more there. Tyler Morton on a free. A lot of just the same stuff here. Lookman. Oh yeah, Rob Polinia joining Tottenham. I think that's a loan deal. Yes, this is City. How you doing, man? Mainly just going through Fabrizio's feed at the moment. Look at what he's got to say. What do we think of his new shirt number, by the way? I don't think we've really spoken about it much. But what do we think? New shirt number 33. Big ups to City, by the way. They had that behind the closed doors game, which they won, so big ups to us there. I think it was Preston we were playing. 1-0. Got the win. Oh. Ipswich doing the business of trying and get some players. Can't wait for the season to start. What about you? Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. I just want to hear now, man. Like, we're getting close. 13 days until the Premier League. 6 days until Palermo. Which I should be a watch along for, by the way. Don't worry about that. Let's continue going through. Yeah, this is really just seeing a lot of the stuff that we've already seen. A lot of the same stuff. Vids, number 7. Calamuendo. Looks like it could be into Brentford or Villarreal. Where do we think Sesko's going, by the way? Man, it'd be ridiculous if Newcastle don't get this guy, man. Don't like it. Should have waited until a new number was available. I don't know. I want Nico O'Reilly in midfield this season. Yeah, that's fair. There could have been like a better number he could have got, really, to be fair. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what numbers he could have gone for. We need bodies to go, man, because like that would have freed up some numbers. But like we sold no one like key apart from Kyle Walker. The number 2 shirt is the only one going, which could very well go to Rico or something. Dumfries contract release clause is gone. Skriniar joining Fenerbahce. I thought it was Odegaard for a moment. I was going to say, Odegaard to Wolves would be crazy. It's really been a meltdown over this, man. I don't know. I want Nico. Oh, yeah, I just read that. Come on, man. Like, are we for real? We need to buckle up a bit, man. Meltdown. We're meltdowning over anything right now. We might as well be ice cream that's just been hung out to dry on a blinking 30-degree hot day. Like we just need to pack it in, really. So the price of the initial tweet, I'll check it out in a moment. Are you going to the open training session? I'm not. I did hear about it. Really awesome, to be fair. And I know Glimpse has mentioned it as well. And I believe he said that you're going to be there. So, hey, man, absolutely enjoy. Sadly, I can't be there. I've got commitments which are keeping me out of it. Otherwise, I would make a really big effort to try and go there. But, sadly, I can't. But I am hoping to do a match day vlog this season. It could be last day. It could be first. Well, it won't be the first day. Probably won't be August, September. But if I could, I would love to do one between October and December. So, no, I'm not going to the open training session, but I would love to go to a game this season, do a match day vlog. I've really wanted to do one of them. So this was it. One goal only one. Just one now. Only one now. Blinking at that. What are we doing, eh? Bear in mind, yeah, like, Liverpool lost to Plymouth last season, they won the league. We lost to Wigan in the FA Cup a good few years ago, and we won the league. You know, like, what we're thinking here? Like, come on. Like, sure, it's only 1-0, but, like, bro, you're gonna get only 1-0s. Just because it's a championship team doesn't guarantee that we're gonna win 4-0, you know? And it's a training game. And we very clearly didn't play players that always play. Rico, not always in the first team 11. Nico O'Reilly, sure, he was very much in the first team 11 last season, but he could very well be more on the bench this season. Like, come on. Rico Lewis, Diaz, Kanji, Stones, O'Reilly, Aitnari, Nico, Ilkay, Bernardo, Shirky, Bob, Savinho, Doku, Haaland. And yeah, wishing to chill. Brother. You know, and like, look at this 11. Now, look at these players, okay? Rico. Oh, wait. Yeah. Rico. Doesn't really start for us. Not regularly, anyway. Liverpool only beaten 3-1. The team that all these guys glaze. Sorry to say it, but I think Rico will smash it if given a chance in midfield if we're doing well. I do like Rico in midfield. I do think he can do it, but again, it just depends if like he's given a chance or not. Here are some of the images. You know, for me, you know, like look at some of the players I played. Rico, not like a first team on the name sheet. The first team on the team sheet there. Diaz, yeah, first name on the team sheet. Akanji, most of the time, yeah. Stones, not last season. O'Reilly, at the back end of last season, to be fair. Not so. I don't know if he'll be as regular this season. Aitnari, yeah, he's probably going to be the main choice left back. Nico Gonzalez, obviously not. Ilkay, I'd be shocked if he is next season. It should be Rangers and Rodri. Bernardo, he's the captain, to be fair. Shirky, he will be definitely in and around that first team a lot of the time. Bob, not a typical first teamer. Savinho, again similar to Shirky, similar to Doku, similar to Shirky, and Haaland is like a guaranteed guy. So really, there are like 2 guarantees, and then like a few players who are regular. Get me 3 wins out of the first tricky 5, and we could go on a run. And if you look at fixtures, all right, we'll have a look at fixtures in a moment. And yeah, I did hear that Bob got the assist. Apparently, Bob's been impressing Pep as of late as well. I read that somewhere. You know, I really want Bob to do well because he got so unlucky this season and last season, and the least he deserves is to just kick on and do good things. Man, this is a tricky first 5, isn't it? I'm only really just remembering what we've got. Wolves away, Tottenham at home, Brighton away, Derby Day, and the Emirates. That's a crazy starting set of games. That is tough. Yeah, like you say, if we can get out of that pretty well, like you said, we should beat Wolves. We should win these first 3, hopefully. I really want us to win those first 3. You should watch the latest Inside City. Honestly, these new coaches are going to make a big impact. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a look. I need to. United, it's Derby Day. I'll never write anyone off. It's going to be interesting to see where United are at this season. And Arsenal, good team. Gyökeres, we'll see how he's doing. So we'll see how the Emirates goes. But yeah, if we can win all those games and at least beat Man United, and if we get a draw against Arsenal at the Emirates, that wouldn't be too bad either. I'm really happy that we're playing Arsenal now at the Emirates, that they can come to the Etihad in the second half of the season. You know, a little disappointing we having to play Liverpool at Anfield in the second half of the season, but oh well. Oh well. But hey, look, big ups to everyone who tuned in. I do appreciate the views on the stream. People saying Pep is finished, his worst season is third place, and a final. Imagine what we can do in a season which 100% better than, which will 100% be better than the last. Yeah, for me, it's why I'm backing him a bit. You know, it's why I'm not completely Pep out. You know, there are concerns, obviously. There are concerns because last season was awful. But I'm backing arguably the greatest coach in history. Arguably. You know, he's a top coach who's done it in various leagues. One season won't define him, okay? Yeah, and plus, like, I think you'll do a somewhat drop-off season after the time he's been at the club. Remember, he's never been at a club this long, you know. Bayern Munich, I think he was at the club 3 years. Barcelona, similar. This is his 9th season, 8th, 9th, maybe 10th season with City. He is doing something he's never done before right now. And, you know, and I'm willing to back that 100%. I'll always back Pep, you know. I ain't Pep out one bit, though. Yeah, neither am I right now, you know. There are concerns, okay? And, you know, if it's not looking good, like if we're going 1-14 again, I'm going to be really, really worried. But I'm very certain we won't go 1-14. I'm very certain we're going to improve. You know, if these signings don't improve us, we should be laughed at. But I think they will. Our coaching staff look good. Best team since January league form in the world, by the way. Yeah, I know. We've been on smoke, you know. We've had some bad games along the way. 5-1 against Arsenal, the Madrid games. Liverpool scored us at our own backyard. You know, there are some question marks. But I will back us. Because we have the best coach in the world. We have the best striker in the world. We have the best players in multiple areas. You know, some of the best players available. Some of the youngest stars in the world right now whose potential is unknown. You know, we have everything that makes a team. All those cogs just need to turn like we know they can. Like they have done in the past and like they will do in the future. But look, big up 70 tuned in. If Amarin got third, United fan base would love him online. So why do all of our players hate Pep? And why do all of our people hate Pep? Well, according to people who had access yesterday, City went quite long ball tactics. Okay, but look, it's because fans aren't used to a drop off. Not a surprise. Yeah. I want to see counter-attacks with City. We can be so timid on counter-attacks. But I want to see counters. We have such high potential for counter-attacks, it's crazy. Look at how quick Doku is. Look at how quick Haaland can get up the pitch. You know? We have all the makings of brilliant counters. You know, Marmoush as well. You know, Savinho. You know, we have the players that can do it. Shows that we are going to be adaptable this season. Connect Bernardo Al Nasser. Is this brand new? Where have you seen this? Is it Fabrizio? Check it's LB. Alright. It's LB. There we go. I better share my screen, mightn't I? I'll blink it up. Still not on Twitter. Translate. Interesting. Best Saudi sources reporting it. This is Sissy. I'm going to post something in your channel. Sissy, I haven't found it yet. Connect. Oh, well, this is big then. This is big. You know, if they really are like the best source for it, also trying to sign Bernardo Silva. I mean, I'd be shocked if it happens because we just made him captain. If a good offer comes in, we 100%. I'm on that boat. 100%. I'm on that boat. If a big offer comes in for Bernardo, we absolutely should take it. You know, like sometimes you just have to cash in. In my eyes, sometimes you just have to cash in. Oh, thinking it. What's playing that? And I think that this is one of those times, personally. But look, big ups to everyone who tuned in. I appreciate the support as per usual. I'm looking to get content going back daily, ever since like the pause on the channel happened for a few days. Technically, I have done that because Blue Friday show I did on Friday, and yesterday, last night, I uploaded a video, and today I've done a stream. Hoping to be back tomorrow with a stream. Hopefully we get some big news. But today's been a really good one. I really did enjoy it. Thank you all for tuning in. You know, this is Sissy Tausif, who's joined late on, but big ups anyway to you, Hazan, DZ3K, and anyone else along the way. You know, this was a really fun stream, and I've really felt good to be back. Thank you all, Blues. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.